Essential question. What do scientists do? Engage your brain. Find the answer to the following question in this lesson and record it here. Biologists make observations about living things. What are some observations you can make about lizards? Active reading. Lesson vocabulary. List the terms. As you learn about each one, make notes in the interactive glossary. Main ideas. In this lesson, you'll read about how scientists do their work. Active readers look for main ideas before they read to give their reading a purpose. Often, the headings in a lesson state its main ideas. Preview the headings in this lesson to give your reading a purpose. The role of scientists. It's career day for Mr. Green's fourth grade class. Mr. Green invited a scientist named Dr. Sims to talk to the class. The students are ready, and they have many questions to ask. Active reading. As you read these 2 pages, turn the heading into a question in your mind. Then, underline the sentence that answers the question. Write a question you would ask a scientist. Thank you for inviting me to your school. My name is Dr. Sims, and I am a scientist. A scientist asks questions about the natural world. There are many kinds of scientists and many questions to ask. Science is the study of the natural world. Earth scientists study things such as rocks, weather, and the planets. Physical scientists study matter and energy. Life scientists, like me, study living things. I am a wildlife biologist, which means I study animals in the wild. Scientists work alone and in teams. Sometimes I travel alone on long hikes to watch animals. At other times, I ask other biologists to go with me. I share ideas with other scientists every day. Science is hard work, but fun too. I like being outdoors. Discovering something new is exciting. The best part for me is helping animals. The best way to explain what a scientist does is to show you. For each area of science, write one question a scientist might ask. Earth science, life science, physical science. Do you work all by yourself? Is it fun to be a scientist? Making observations and asking questions. Dr. Sims looks around the classroom. She observes everything for a few moments. Then she asks questions about what she sees. Ask your own well-defined question about the classroom in the photo to the right. How does that plant produce offspring? Does the lizard's skin ever change colors? Does the goldfish spend more time near the top or at the bottom of the aquarium? Scientists make observations about the world around them. An observation is information collected using the 5 senses. Scientists ask well-defined questions about their observations. Notice that Dr. Sims asks questions about the living things in the classroom. That's because she is a wildlife biologist. You might ask different questions if you observed different things. Dr. Sims asks, "How would you answer my question about the goldfish?" One student suggests recording observations in a science notebook. Another student suggests using a stopwatch to collect information about the goldfish. Dr. Sims says, I can plan and implement a descriptive investigation. Scientists conduct an investigation to answer questions. The steps of planning and implementing an investigation may include asking questions, making inferences, selecting appropriate equipment or technology, collecting and analyzing data, and communicating results supported by data. Experiments. Dr. Sims seems very excited to talk about investigations. She says, describing what you see is one kind of investigation. Other investigations include doing an experiment. Active reading. As you read these 2 pages, circle the vocabulary term each time it is used. A fair test. An experiment is a fair test. It can show that one thing causes another thing to happen. In each test, you change only one factor or variable. To be fair and accurate, you conduct the experiment multiple times. To test something else, you must start a new experiment. Being creative and working in teams can help scientists conduct experiments. Carlos is conducting an experiment. He gives the lizard fruit and crickets to see which will be eaten. The food is the only variable that is changed. Each day, the lizard gets 2 different types of food at the same time and in the same amounts. Scientific methods. Scientific investigations use scientific methods. Scientific methods may include the following activities: make observations, ask a well-defined question, form a hypothesis, plan and conduct an experiment, collect, record, and analyze data, draw conclusions, communicate results. Sometimes these steps are done in this order. At other times, they're not. A hypothesis is an idea or explanation that can be tested with an investigation. Dr. Sims gives the students an example from their classroom. She says, I hypothesize that this lizard eats more insects than fruit.